I have 5 shokers of quartz blocks that I need to get rid of, so let's get to it. Welcome to a new episode on the single player world. Today we're getting one step closer to finishing the town, and I want these last few buildings to be different from each other, that's one thing, but on the other hand I want them to be different from the rest of the town. The bank itself is a good example, but for the next one I want it to be a bit more bombastic, a bit more flamboyant, and to achieve this I'll be using the leftover quartz that I have from the ocean temple we built. First, I want to add a little history into this building. So we're starting off with a rock that has been carved into an arena. I think it's fun to imagine that when this town was a little more than a few huts, that people came to this rock to debate and decide on important matters. When the town became a trading post and got a lot bigger, they built this impressive structure around it. For said structure, I'll be using a quartz mixture, and I'll sprinkle in some darker spots made out of bone blocks. The dome itself has copper supports and is mostly glass. We do have one red support that is pointing north, just like a compass would. This reminds us that these folk are travelers and traders. I lightly inspired this building on the Baroque architecture, and in doing so trying to make it look a bit newer than the bank, which was inspired on the classicism from the Renaissance. Interior wise, I'll put 3 tables for the guild masters in the center of the debate grounds, with a carved space behind them for their guild members. The population of the city will look onto the debate from the top floor, and on that same level will sit the city representative. Think of him as an elected mayor. He's got the biggest vote and veto in this council as he stands for the people. And that's it for the whole thing. I did reserve some space for a huge map of the town and its surroundings, but it's Thursday right now and I need to hop on a live stream. So that map will be finished when we're done with that. And that should be the last row. The interior is done. Now let's get outside and add an office space behind this building. I'm adding a large but simple L-shaped building that'll house 2 stories of offices. The design is pretty similar to the normal houses in the merchant district, to show that it was constructed at the same time as those were built. I'm planning out the rooms on the inside, but the decoration will have to wait, as I have no idea what these guilds might be. If you do have an idea, let me know in the comments and I'll take a look at them. But that's enough for the council buildings and its surrounding. Now let's get some filler houses in to hide some of these large flat walls. There's one more building complex that we can build today. It's gonna be less bright and less happy than the other ones, but that's kind of the point. With a pretty dark and somber palette of different hues of grey, ranging from andesite to cobalt deepslate, we're drawing up a jail. The complex consists of a main lighter building that'll house the guards, the kitchen, admissions office, and so on, and the dark and cold building behind it is where 6 3x2 jails are built. Nothing much but a shack and a small courtyard, but that's about it. The roof we're making mainly out of bricks to show that it's nothing fancy and it's purely practical. And that'll be the jail. It's simple, it's not special, and most of all, it's pretty sad. The roads, however, weren't as easy to do. I had to lower them 2 to 3 blocks in most places to get them to flow easy into the ones that we already had. There's one little thing that has been bothering me during this entire progress of building the town, and that's having to go and gather up honeycomb for candles. I've done this so many times that I've left the campfires underneath the hives in the flower forest. I even put hay bales below them to make it easier for me to find them. And even though there's a bunch of beehives close to each other and that the gathering itself doesn't take that much, it still takes out a good amount of time that I could be spending on other things. So let's change that today. I'll be gathering up most of these hives. The easiest way to do that is to put a trapdoor in front of it so the bees can get in, but they cannot get out. And after a good night's sleep, you can just come along and pick all the hives up. For the farm itself, we're digging out another hole in the ravine next to the sugarcane farm. And I'm starting with the filters in the collection system first. That way I can split the honeycomb from the honey bottles, and I have separate chests for those. Then, if I remember correctly, I can put my dispensers up here, then connect the spaces where the honeycomb is gonna be up to them with some simple redstone and comparators, and I think that should be it. Now let's do that one more time on the other side. And then we'll add in some hopper lines above these dispensers so I can fill them from the outside and I don't have to come in every time I have to do it. So once for bottles and once for shears. And that should be a functioning bee farm. But with the farm done and a beautiful expansion to the town, which I actually really love. I love the bigger complexes that we're adding. And if you liked it as much as I did, subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye!